As of this evening, we're doing all we can to honor and let you know more about the men we lost and more about this investigation. But what we want to do right now is talk about what may have happened in that chaotic scene. And to do that, we have brought on Todd Axtell with he was former St. Paul former St. Paul police chief who's agreed to join us. Todd, you and I have known each other a long time. Thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Jana. It's good to be here.
Situations like this, the call came at 2 o'clock in the morning, domestic and/or child abuse, and these officers responded. They start negotiating, but then they learn there's guns in the house. How dangerous a situation is that? What is it like when you're in that situation?
Yeah, it's incredibly dangerous for the officers across the state and certainly across the country. Anytime you have a domestic violence call, first of all, those calls can be so unpredictable and so chaotic at times. And then when you interject the possibility of weapons and children and the dynamics of all of that, it's incredibly dangerous and incredibly dynamic.
That's what I was going to ask about next, Todd. 7 kids in that house. When you're an officer or a medic on that scene, does that change the way you go about what you're doing? Or does it make it more urgent? Take me into that position.
Well, you know, our police officers and our medics and firefighters are guardians first and foremost. So protecting the lives of the people they're there to protect is very, very important. So those are the immediate things on their mind. Of course, they want to be safe, as safe as possible, but making sure they prevent harm from other human beings is critically important in those circumstances. And it can be, and as we did see, very, very dangerous at times.
You know, I was talking to several firefighters yesterday, Todd, and law enforcement we've heard from, and community members, family of law enforcement, friends. When I saw their faces when I was at the medical examiner's office, you can't help but see this almost blank stoicism, that they're just shook, but that they all shared this sense of shakenness that I could never understand.
Yeah, you know, these incidents, when they occur, it really hits at the core of everyone who wears the badge and who serves in the fire service across the state and across the country. These are the worst nightmares, the things that keep officers up at night, the nightmare calls when your life and the lives of your partners are in jeopardy. And when it happens, it's an unbelievable pain. The people you work with, your partners, it's more of a family than a work environment. They're truly viewed as your family members. And when you lose a family member in that close-knit relationship in a work environment, it's absolutely devastating to the officers, to the medics, to the firefighters, to the city in general. Burnsville is the epicenter of this pain and agony right now in the state of Minnesota, and the entire state is mourning the loss of our heroes in Burnsville. But these deep pains that our officers and medics are feeling right now, unfortunately, are going to last for years and decades, and they're going to require a lot of wellness support, which I know firsthand Burnsville is second to none in making sure their employees are taken care of.
Todd Axtell, former St. Paul police chief, thank you so much for joining us tonight.